Hello, I'm going to review the Bosch Titan Edition WAQ28470GB. Now this machine is actually an exclusive to AO, and I was lucky enough to be given one to do a review on. The machine was delivered to me on Thursday morning after being given a 1.5 hour time slot that morning and the name of the delivery driver and a telephone number, which was very handy. It was delivered on time. The only thing I will say is that it was delivered as is within the packaging. My old one I had to take away myself and plumb this one in myself as well. So that's the only downfall I found. So it did take a couple of days before I could start playing with it. But when I did finally get to play with it, I was amazed, blown away by this machine. The last one I had was about 13 years old, very, very basic, had none of these functions that have been added to this machine. So I didn't really know anything about what each thing done. So I had to look it all up, and I have to say the performance of this machine is incredible. My daughter recently went camping at the weekend and she come back with grass stains, mud, beans, stains all over her, and this machine made short work of that just on a basic program, so I was very impressed. The machine can spin up to 1400 RPM. It is an A+++ energy rating, and it has an 8 kilogram wash load, which is plenty big enough for me and my family. The noise level is 51 decibels, and I have to say, when it's spinning, and I have to say, my last one, it would spin and create so much noise I thought it was just going to come walking into the next room, and that's when I knew it had finished. This one, you don't know it's finished. It does have a little alarm that beeps at you when it's finished. Otherwise, you just wouldn't know. It is that silent, and that is incredible in itself. It has features on it. It has a child-proof lock, it has the control dial, buttons and an LED display. It has 15 wash programs on here. We do have the basics that most have: cottons, pre-wash, dark wash, and you also got the spin option down here. The things that are new to me was the Allergy Plus, which is great for me. My daughter suffers really badly with hay fever, especially this time of year, and it's great for the bedding, which is awesome. And then here, super quick wash, 15 minutes, and it is just a great performance. It really does get your things clean. It's good for bedding and things that need to freshen up, because it doesn't take the fabrics off now within that time, but like I say, things that need to freshen up, it is perfect for that. It has a time saver function. It has an automatic half load function. What it does, it actually balances out. When you've got your wash load in there, it balances it out. It knows how much water to use because it knows how full it is. And what it does is it keeps spinning to and from, to and from, to and from. And if it's too unbalanced, it just won't work. It won't go onto the spin function, which is what damages most washing machines. So that is a very good function to have on here. It has a 3D aqua spa. Now I had to look up what that was because I didn't know, but basically inside here it's got three, I don't know if you can see them, but there's three spouts which just completely soak your washing quickly, so it uses less water that way, and it just pours out like a waterfall. It has an eco silent drive, which, like I said before, is just silent. You can't hear anything, and it is just an amazing washing machine. I know I keep saying that, but I really am impressed, and it is so easy to use. I use the mix load usually, and if you just all you have to do is turn the knob to whichever one you want, and on here you've got control of the temperature. Different functions allow you to have hotter washes. if that's required. And here you've got the time delay. You can go from 2 hours all the way up to 24 hours, which is very handy if you're going to be out for the day or what have you. And here it tells you how long your wash is going to be for, and it actually does a countdown for you. If you press the speed perfect, it does lower it. It doesn't take away from the performance, which again is amazing. Eco Perfect is also another good one to have because it uses less water. It does take more time, but it uses less water. And here you can control the spin, like different functions allow you to have slower speeds. The mixed load allows you to have the full 1400. In here you've got the usual drum, you've got space for your soap powder, your fabric softener and your pre-wash. So that's just easy to use, and then all you do is press start and you're on. Now this button, this symbol here, it will go off in a minute, it actually means that you can add to your load, and it will come on throughout your wash. So if you find things that you think, oh, I needed to wash that as well, if that button comes on, you can just shove it in and off it goes. Another function here, if you hold down the start button, the key lock will come on, and that means any buttons pressed by little fingers, and I have a lot of little fingers in my house, nothing will happen. It can't get turned off, it can't get turned on, nothing. So that is another fabulous feature which I am very impressed with. So overall I am completely blown away by this washing machine. I think it is amazing. I mean, you can just hear how quiet it is. There's nothing actually in it at the moment, but I'm trying to give you the effect. But it is just a really, really awesome machine, and I highly recommend it to anybody. It is just, with all these added functions, I thought I was going to be completely lost with all these functions and things that were written in the manual, but like I say, it's so easy to use. You don't even need to know what all of these things do. All you need to know is that it does what it does. It cleans everything you want it to clean. The things that you do wash, I found that it holds the smell of the fabric softener for so much longer than my other one ever did. So that's amazing. Another function actually, while I remember, is, which is another one that my other washing machine didn't have, is the ability to drain. Now I'm not going to do it because it's filling up with water, but all you have to do is, you do have this twist one, or you do have this nozzle, and all you have to do is put a flat tray underneath, and if you find it all building up, you can just empty that, and it keeps it all nice and clean and fresh. Thank you.